Hello everyone and welcome to the third game of Marth from Quantum Gaming vs Attero from VT Gaming. Gonna go to get started here. Whoops. Alright. As you can see here, Attero did select random and ended up with Terran this time, so he had, well, I won't give you the spoilers, but he has Terran and we are on Scrap Station this time around. Obviously there's only two spawn locations, so Marth is sending in that Overlord, and we'll find out his opponent is Terran. Both players are just playing pretty standardly right here. I'm expecting to see like pretty much a block, although it's harder to block this ramp. That's why it's pretty beneficial to Zerg, but it's just harder for them to get around. We do have, once again, the 9 Overlord coming in from Marth, and we are going to have a 10 depot come down from Attero. And as you can see here, the Overlord is slowly making his way. He's about halfway there. Guy's chugging along. He can do it. Marathon runner. They never get tired. Workers are just working. Nothing too spectacular going on here. A more Overlord placement is going on. He's probably going to send this one to this area right here just so he can have vision of the tower without the vents blocking his way. And the Overlord is just about to get sight. We'll say right about now. There we go. You can see the refinery go up. As you can see here, the barracks is coming up. We had about a 12 barracks, it looked like, and a 13 refinery. Pretty much on time for a Hellion harass. That's what seems most players are doing. And we do just have a 15 hatchery going down. So Marth is going for more of an economical build. Not the best place for an Overlord, in my honest opinion. Yeah, Attero can see that Overlord just perfectly fine, and Marth should not be leaving it there at all. He can probably just take 3 Marines, put them right here, put you right here, and take that Overlord down before it's able to get away. So Marth really needs to watch his Overlord placement. We do have a spawning pool finally coming up for him. He's going to have a little bit of later queen, but he will have an early hatchery up. As you can see here, this Overlord is slugging its way across the map as the SCV comes and is going to scout. As you can see, we do have our first Marine up, but he's not going to go ahead and pressure that Overlord, which I feel is really, really smart. Because if you pressure the with 1 Marine right now, it would be able to get away without much trouble. Now, if you take 3 or 4 Marines and actually place them over here, I think you'll be able to take down that Overlord before anything significant happens, and the Overlord is able to get away. We do have that factory almost right on cue, so he's probably going to go Hellions. As you can see here, he didn't opt to build a tech lab or a reactor simply because he's going for those Marines. And there he goes. Marth is moving his Overlord, and the Marines are getting microed into place. The Overlord is trying to run away, but he's just not going to be able to make it. There, it is, does go down. And hopefully Marth did notice, though, that we have more Marines. There's no tech labs and no reactors. Let's see here. He does know that there's no reactor. He did not see the factory, though. And these 4 Marines are actually going to head to the tower. And this is not going to look good for Marth at all. And actually, he leaves the tower before seeing the Marines, so this Overlord is going to go down. And we do have Zerglings coming in, but there's just not going to be enough. And there goes his Overlord. We're going to get sniped. And here comes some Zerglings, and they're also getting sniped. And now the SCV is taking all the blunt of the damage. This Marine gets microed away perfectly. 1 Marine does fall, but I believe this Overlord is going to die, as they do have vision on that tower, so they're able to see farther, and they're able to shoot. And yeah, so that's 2 Overlords. It's going to be really, really hurtful. Marth is way behind. We actually have a star report coming down. As you can see, Marth is very mad at himself, losing 2 Overlords that early. About 5 minutes into the game, he lost 2 Overlords. As you can see, he's only at 24 population. If you go to the unit count here, he has 21 drones versus 19 SCVs, but he's just not able to continue to keep up production with the loss of all those Overlords. So he's having to spend so much money just getting back his Overlords that it's just killing him. And as you can see here, it looks like Attero is going to go for another semi-timing push with a Viking. So he's going to go Overlord hunting once again. I can pretty much see Marth raging right now as soon as he loses the next Overlord, because he actually does have an Overlord headed into this area, and it's just going to get sniped out, because I'm sure that's where the Viking is headed. And we do have a tech lab on that reactor, or on the factory, sorry for missing that, and it's having a pre-igniter come out, so these Hellions are just going to be able to roast all those Zerglings and drones. basically any light unit is just going to get dominated while the Marines backing it up. And as you can see here, that Overlord does end up going down. So this is going to be a third Overlord loss for Marth in about 7 minutes. And as you can see here, he just reached 36 population, but it's going to go back down to 28. Very unfortunate. And then here comes this timing push from Attero. It's going to hurt Marth a lot. He does not have any Zerglings. He's been worried about making Overlords and making more drones just to catch up. He did get his layer up, but it's not going to help him any. As you can see here, he is trying to build the Queen, but he's supply locked. He's going to go down and lay down a Hydra. Essentially, this medevac was stuck on its rally point, but that's not really going to do anything big. As you can see here, the Hellions are in. They do have the blue fire. They're going to be able to deal some ridiculous damage. This medevac is going to be used as just a site for, and then here comes the Marines tanking damage. The Queen is about to fall, and more and more Overlords are dying. He's just not going to be able to get out the Zergling pressure he wants to. As you can see, his supply cap once again. So basically, this will be his army right here, as these Hellions are micring around all the Zerglings, and then once they get into the batter of Marines, they're just going to go down. The Queen does fall, and the Queen comes in. Marth calls GG. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching.